Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving deep right into the heart of D2C marketing in India.
It's it's a really fascinating area, isn't it?
It is. We've got some seriously interesting sources lined up
Oh yeah.
that reveal how these brands, they're really shaking up the marketing game.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Get ready to go beyond, the
Yeah.
usual marketing 101 stuff. We're going to uncover like the secret sauce, those cutting edge strategies that are winning over customers
Yeah,
in one of the most, I think, dynamic markets in the world.
definitely one of the most interesting, I think.
So before we kind of jump into all the tactics and everything,
Sure.
can you give us like a quick rundown on what D2C even means? I get that it's direct to consumer,
Right.
but why is everyone making such a big deal about it?
Okay, so you're right. It is more than just a fancy term. Think about it like this. Imagine a company like Mama Earth, They make all natural baby care products.
Okay.
In the old days, they'd have to convince a big retailer like, say, Walmart to stock their stuff. Right.
And that means, sharing profits, fighting for shelf space, and just hoping their products even get noticed.
Yeah.
But with D2C, Mom Earth can just sidestep all that. They build their own website, create a buzz on social media, and boom, selling directly to
Makes
parents
sense.
who are looking for specifically, natural options.
Yeah. So they're not just like cutting out the middleman, they're like building their own path, right?
Yeah, you got it.
It seems like that would give them way more control.
It does, absolutely. It's about
Sure.
owning that entire customer journey, from that first aha moment to building a loyal following.
Right.
D2C brands can offer personalized recommendations, respond to feedback instantly, and they can experiment, with different approaches much faster than a traditional brand.
I'm starting to see why this is such a big deal. I mean, it's like the wild west of marketing,
Yeah.
but in a good way. So let's talk about how these DTC brands are actually, I guess, getting customers in the door.
Yeah.
I bet paid advertising plays a huge role.
Paid ads? Yeah, of course. It's a big part of it, I think. You'll see Indian D2C brands all over platforms like Google, Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube.
Oh, for sure.
They're using targeted ads to reach specific demographics, interests, and even behaviors.
And they're getting pretty high tech with it too, right? I've heard about something called programmatic advertising. What is that all about?
Programmatic advertising, it's basically where AI steps in. Think of it as like automated ad buying on steroids. It uses data to analyze, millions of data points, and then it places ads in real time,
Wow.
ensuring that they're seen by the most relevant audience.
Okay, that sounds seriously powerful.
It is, yeah.
But can you give me an example like how this actually plays out for like a D2C brand in India?
Okay, let's say you're scrolling through Instagram and all of a sudden you see an ad for like a new brand of handcrafted leather bags from the leather story.
Okay.
Now, that ad wasn't just randomly placed there. It's because, AI has identified you as someone who appreciates, high quality artisanal goods
Ah, I see.
based on, your past browsing history, your engagement patterns.
Yeah.
It's all about showing you what you're most likely to be interested in,
Mm-hmm.
right? At the exact moment you're most likely to make that purchase.
Whoa. So
Yeah.
it's not just about like those generic ads that we all see popping up everywhere, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's about getting hyper specific
Exactly.
and anticipating what someone might want.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty impressive.
It is, yeah.
But don't D2C brands also like rely on organic strategies, like getting found through, search engines and stuff?
You're absolutely right. Smart D2C brands in India, they know it's not just about throwing money at ads, right? They're putting a lot of effort into SEO, content marketing, and making sure that their websites are top notch.
So if I'm looking for, let's say, a new fitness tracker and I go on Google and I search, I might find like a blog post from a D2C brand comparing different types of trackers.
Yeah, that's exactly how they do it.
Really?
They're creating valuable content that answers your questions,
Yeah.
solves your problems,
Mm.
and it positions them as like experts.
Right.
By the time you're done reading that blog post, you might be convinced that their fitness tracker is, the perfect one for you.
It's like they're earning your trust, right?
Yeah.
By providing helpful information instead of just like
Yeah.
hitting you with a sales pitch. Yeah.
Exactly.
And speaking of building trust, I know influencer marketing is like huge in India.
It's massive, yeah. India has this thriving influencer culture, and DTC brands are tapping into it in really smart ways.
So are they all like signing deals with, Bollywood stars and cricket legends?
Well, that definitely happens, especially for brands targeting, mass appeal.
Okay.
But what's really interesting is The rise of what they call micro and nano influencers.
Oh, interesting.
These are everyday people, but with smaller but very highly engaged followings.
Wait, so instead of going for like the big celebrity with millions of followers, they're working with someone who might have like a few thousand followers.
Exactly. Think about if you see your favorite, food blogger recommending a new spice blend. It feels way more authentic than some celebrity endorsement. Right.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like getting a recommendation from like a friend you trust, someone who actually uses and loves the product.
Exactly. That's the idea.
That's really cool.
And D2C brands are taking this a step further with something called affiliate marketing.
Okay.
They're giving influencers a unique code or a link, so they earn a commission for every sale that they drive.
Oh, wow.
It incentivizes the influencer to, genuinely recommend products they believe in.
Yeah.
And it gives the brand, a very measurable way to track their results.
Okay, so they've got my attention with targeted ads. They've earned my trust with helpful content and authentic influencer recommendations.
Right.
But what happens next? Like, how do these brands keep me engaged and coming back for more?
That's where the magic of community building comes in. They're creating spaces where customers feel like they belong, like they're part of something bigger than just a transaction.
So it's not just about like selling a product, it's about building like a tribe
That's it. You're
of
right.
loyal fans.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Imagine a DDC skincare brand creating a private WhatsApp group
Oh, wow.
where customers can get personalized advice from dermatologists.
Yeah, okay.
They can share their experiences with different products and even get early access to new launches.
That sounds amazing. It's like a VIP club for your favorite brands.
That's it, yeah. And they're doing this across different platforms, right? Building engaged communities on Instagram, Facebook groups, even hosting discussions on Reddit. They're making themselves very accessible, responding to comments, and fostering a sense of connection.
I can see how that would make people feel like
Yeah.
valued and appreciated, like they're more than just a number on a spreadsheet.
Exactly, yeah. And that feeling of belonging, it translates into loyalty and advocacy.
Right.
These customers become like brand ambassadors,
Oh, cool.
sharing their positive experiences with friends and family. It's like word-of-mouth marketing on steroids.
That's really smart. They're turning their customers into their biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah.
And speaking of keeping customers happy,
Yeah.
have you ever gotten one of those emails, reminding you about something you left in your online cart?
Oh, yeah.
That always feels like a little nudge from a friend.
That's D2C in action.
Is it really?
They're using personalized emails, SMS messages, even WhatsApp to nurture those relationships
Yeah.
and keep you engaged. It's not just about reminding you to, complete a purchase.
Yeah.
It's about providing helpful information, answering questions, and making you feel valued.
So it's like they're constantly thinking about their customers even after they've left the website.
Absolutely, yeah. They're using every touch point to reinforce that relationship and build trust.
That's a lot to juggle. It sounds like these D2C brands are
It
pulling out all the stops to win over customers.
You really are.
And they're not stopping there, are they?
No, they're not.
They're also mastering the art of the omni-channel experience.
They are.
Now, that's a word I've heard thrown around a lot lately. Omni-channel, can you break it down for us? What does it actually mean?
Okay, so simply put, it means creating a seamless experience for customers, whether they're shopping online, browsing your website, or stepping into a physical store.
Okay.
It's about being present wherever your customers are
Yeah.
and making sure the experience is consistent and enjoyable across every touch point.
I can see how that would be challenging, but also incredibly powerful
It is, yeah.
if you can pull it off.
Exactly. Indian D2C brands are leading the charge in this area, I think. They're not just relying on their own websites.
Right.
They're also leveraging major online marketplaces like Amazon and Flipkart to expand their reach and, tap into those platforms' massive user bases.
So they're playing the field, right, going where the customers are instead of trying to force everyone to come to them.
That's the idea.
Okay.
They're also getting creative with offline experiences, I think. You'll
Yeah.
see them popping up in, kind of unconventional spaces, think co-working spaces, cafes, even fitness studios.
Interesting.
They're creating unique experiences that go beyond just browsing and buying.
So they're bringing the brand experience to life,
Yeah,
making it tangible and memorable.
exactly.
That's really cool.
They're also experimenting with dark stores.
Dark store.
These are basically mini warehouses dedicated to rapid delivery through services like Blinkit and Zepto.
Now, I've heard of those services, but I'm not entirely sure what they are. Can you explain?
Imagine you need, groceries or household essentials. Like right now,
Okay.
Blinkit and Zepto promise to deliver them to your doorstep in under 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, and D2C brands are partnering with these services to offer like super fast delivery, making online shopping even more convenient.
That's incredible. It's like they're blurring the lines between online and offline, right? Making it so easy to get what you need whenever you need it.
Yeah, that's the idea. It's about removing friction and creating a truly seamless experience.
It makes a lot of sense.
And to stay ahead of the curve, D2C brands are also embracing, cutting-edge technology like AI and data analytics.
Okay, we've got to dive into that.
Yes.
I'm fascinated by how technology is shaping the future of D2C.
Yeah,
So let's explore that in part 2 of our deep dive.
sounds good. When we talk about AI and data analytics, some people, they kind of get intimidated.
Yeah.
They imagine like robots taking over or,
Mm,
their privacy being invaded.
right.
But the reality is it's far more nuanced.
Okay, you got me intrigued.
Yeah.
Let's break it down.
Yeah.
How are D2C brands, I guess, actually using these technologies to enhance that customer experience?
So let's start with data, right?
Yeah.
Every time you visit a D2C website,
Yeah.
click on a link or you make a purchase,
Mm-hmm.
you're leaving behind what we call like digital breadcrumbs.
Okay.
And these brands, they're collecting that data
Right.
and using it to like understand your preferences, predict your needs,
Okay.
and personalize your experience.
So it's like they're building like a profile of me, but
Right.
instead of using it for something, creepy, they're using it to make my shopping experience better.
Exactly, yeah. Imagine you're browsing for like a new pair of running shoes on a D2C athletic wear site.
Okay.
Based on your past purchases and your browsing history,
Mm-hmm.
they might suggest shoes with like extra arch support or a wider toe box.
Huh. Interesting.
Or maybe they show you a personalized discount code, like for a brand you've been eyeing.
Oh, okay.
It's all about using data to make that experience more relevant and helpful.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like having like a personal shopping assistant, who knows exactly what I like.
Yeah.
But how does AI fit into all of this?
So AI is like the brains behind the operation, right? It sifts through like mountains of data,
Wow.
identifies patterns that would take humans forever to uncover. For example, AI can analyze thousands of customer reviews to identify like common complaints or suggestions.
Right.
This helps brands, improve their products, tailor their marketing messages, and even predict future trends.
I'm starting to see how powerful this combination of data and AI can be.
It is, yeah.
Can you give me like a real world example of how an Indian DTC brand is using these technologies effectively?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at a brand like Bombay Shaving Company. They're a men's grooming company.
Okay.
They've implemented these AI-powered chatbots on their websites.
Okay.
They answer customer questions, provide personalized recommendations, and even resolve issues, like in real time.
Oh, wow.
Not only does this free up their human customer service agents to handle like more complex inquiries,
Right.
but it also provides customers with like instant gratification.
That's brilliant. It's like having like a 24/7 like personal grooming concierge right at your fingertips.
That's the idea, yeah.
So it's not just about selling products, it's about creating an experience that feels
Right.
personalized and responsive.
Exactly. And these technologies allow brands to do that at scale,
Yeah.
reaching millions of customers with tailored experiences that feel like one-on-one.
Speaking of reaching customers, we've talked about AI and data, but what about some of these like other futuristic technologies we keep hearing about, like augmented reality, virtual reality? Are those just hype? Or are D2C brands actually like finding practical uses for them?
They're definitely more than just hype.
Okay.
They're becoming powerful tools for enhancing the online shopping experience, especially in categories like fashion, beauty, and home decor.
I can see how that would be useful.
Yeah.
Like trying on clothes virtually
Right.
or seeing how a new sofa would look in your living room
Yeah,
would definitely make online shopping, less risky.
exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to like try on different shades of lipstick virtually using your phone's camera,
Oh, wow.
or visualizing how a piece of art would look on your wall before you buy it.
Okay.
This removes the uncertainty of online shopping and, It makes it more immersive and enjoyable.
That's amazing. It's like bringing the store to you, but without the crowds and the hassle.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So it sounds like D2C brands are really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with technology.
They are, yeah.
But I'm curious, are there like any challenges or downsides to this approach? It seems almost too good to be true.
Well, like any business model, D2C has its own set of challenges.
Okay.
For one thing, building a brand from scratch takes, a lot of time, effort, and money.
Yeah.
It's not as simple as, just setting up a website
Right.
and waiting for customers to flock in.
So it's not like a guaranteed path to success. There's
What?
still a lot of hard work involved.
Absolutely. DTC brands need to be like laser focused on their target audience.
Yeah.
Build a strong brand identity and create a marketing strategy that, cuts through the noise.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is. They also need to be agile and adaptable, constantly testing and refining their approach based on customer feedback and, market trends.
And what about like competition? There are so many D2C brands popping up these days.
Oh,
It
yeah.
must be tough to like stand out.
It is, yeah. Competition is definitely fierce.
Yeah.
But that's also what makes the, D2C space so exciting and dynamic.
Okay.
Brands are
Yeah.
constantly pushing each other to innovate and come up with new ways to, delight customers
So it's like survival of the fittest,
in a way.
where
Yeah.
only the strongest and most adaptable brands will like thrive.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, yeah. But it's not just about being the biggest or the loudest.
Okay.
It's about being authentic,
Mm-hmm.
building genuine connections with those customers,
Right.
and offering something truly unique and valuable.
It sounds like DTC brands need to be like master storytellers, right?
got it.
Weaving these narratives that resonate with their target audience.
You hit the nail on the head. In a world where consumers are bombarded with, marketing messages,
Yeah.
it's the brands that can tell compelling stories
Right.
that will break through and capture attention.
Okay, so we've talked about the challenges and the opportunities of DTC, but I'm curious, what are some of the like key lessons that other businesses, even those outside of India, can learn from this model?
So there are so many valuable takeaways here.
Yeah.
Regardless of industry or location, I think.
Okay.
The biggest one is the importance of customer centricity.
Mm-hmm.
DTC brands are obsessed with, understanding their customers, anticipating their needs, and building those long-term relationships.
So it's not just about making a sale, it's about creating like a loyal following of like brand advocates.
Precisely. Another key lesson is, I think, the power of agility.
Okay.
DTC brands are nimble and adaptable,
Right.
able to pivot quickly based on customer feedback
Mm-hmm.
and, market changes. They're not afraid to, experiment, try new things, even if it means failing sometimes.
It's that fail fast, learn fast mentality.
Yeah, that's it.
That's so crucial in today's, rapidly evolving business landscape.
Absolutely. And finally, I think DTC brands are showing the world that technology can be, a powerful force for good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about, replacing human connection.
Yeah.
It's about enhancing it,
Right.
making it easier for brands to, connect with customers on a more personal level
Yeah.
and create experiences that feel, truly tailored.
It's like technology is the bridge, that connects brands and consumers in a more
Yeah.
meaningful and authentic way.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Now, with all that said, I'm curious to know what you think about the future of DTC marketing in India.
Well, based on what we've learned so far, it seems like the possibilities are endless, really.
I agree. So let's explore those possibilities in part 3 of our deep dive.
Okay, so we're back for the final part of our deep dive into D2C marketing in India.
Here we are.
We've uncovered some seriously impressive strategies, I think, and we've seen how these brands are like leveraging technology to create truly personalized experiences. But I'm curious, what's next? Where is all this headed?
Well, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
The DTC landscape is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
So predicting the future is always, a bit of a gamble.
Right.
But based on what we're seeing now, I think there are a few key trends that will shape the future of DTC marketing
Okay.
in India and beyond, I think.
Okay, let's hear it. What's got you so excited? What's on the horizon for D2C?
Well, first and foremost, I think we'll see an even greater emphasis on what we call hyper-personalization.
Okay.
We've talked about, how AI and data are being used to tailor those recommendations and offers.
Right.
But I think it's going to go even further.
How do you mean, like, how much more personalized can it get?
Well, imagine a world where, your favorite D2C brand knows your style so well
Right.
that they, curate a monthly box of clothing just for you.
Yeah.
Or they, suggest skincare products based on the current weather conditions in your city.
Okay, that's next level.
Right.
It's like having a personal stylist and a beauty consultant
Yeah.
all rolled into one.
That's the idea.
That would definitely take the guesswork out of shopping.
Absolutely. And it's not just about, products. I think we'll also see more D2C brands creating personalized content experiences.
Yeah.
Imagine a fitness app that tailors workouts based on your goals, your fitness level, and even, your mood.
So it's not just about what you're buying.
Yeah.
It's how you're interacting with the brand.
That's it.
Across, all these different touch points.
Exactly.
It's about creating an experience that truly feels customized, right?
Yeah.
To your individual needs and preferences.
Absolutely. And I think this level of personalization is only possible because of, advancements in AI and machine learning. As these technologies continue to evolve,
Yeah.
brands will have even more, insights into customer behavior and preferences.
Yeah.
And that allows them to create, even more personalized experiences.
It's exciting and a little bit, mind-blowing to think about how technology is shaping the future of how we shop and interact with brands. But let's talk about the human element.
Sure.
Do you think there's a risk that all of this, automation and personalization will make the experience feel less human, less authentic?
That's a valid concern. I think the key is to strike a balance between
Yeah.
technology and human touch.
Okay.
Technology should be used to enhance the customer experience, not, replace it entirely.
So it's about finding ways to use technology to make those human interactions even more meaningful and impactful.
That's it, yeah. For example, instead of relying solely on chatbots for customer service, brands can use AI to route inquiries to the most, qualified human agent.
Oh, okay.
And this ensures that, customers get that personalized support that they need.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's about using technology strategically to empower those human connections, not eliminate them.
Well,
And I think we'll also see D2C brands getting even more creative with their community building efforts.
yeah, they will.
They'll go beyond, just creating online groups and forums, right?
Right.
They'll host events, workshops, and experiences that bring people together in real life.
I think so.
So it's about taking that sense of community offline, right?
Yeah.
Creating those opportunities for customers to connect with each other and with the brand on a more personal level.
Yeah, exactly. I think we'll see more brands experimenting with, pop-up shops, brand activations, and even co-working spaces that foster a sense of belonging and shared values.
Mm-hmm. It's they're creating a lifestyle, a movement that people want to be a part of.
I think so, yeah.
And speaking of movements, I know sustainability is becoming, increasingly important to consumers.
Mm.
Do you think D2C brands will play a role in driving more sustainable practices?
Absolutely. I think D2C brands are uniquely positioned to, lead the charge on sustainability.
Okay.
Because they have, those direct relationships with their customers. They can, educate them about sustainable practices, source their products responsibly, and even offer, recycling and upcycling programs.
So they can use their platform to promote conscious consumption and make a real difference.
Yeah, I think consumers are increasingly looking for, brands that align with their values.
Right.
And sustainability is a big one.
For sure.
D2C brands that prioritize ethical and sustainable practices, I think, will have a competitive advantage, especially in the long run.
It's about walking the walk, right?
Yeah.
Not just talking the talk.
Yeah, consumers can spot a phony from a mile away.
They can.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, with all these trends and innovations happening, what advice would you give to a brand that's just starting out in the D2C space?
That's a great question. I think the most important piece of advice is to be relentlessly customer centric.
Oh.
You have to understand your target audience inside and out.
Yeah.
What are their pain points? What are their aspirations? What are their values?
Well, it's not just about selling a product. It's about solving a problem or fulfilling a need for your customers.
Exactly. Yeah. And don't be afraid to, experiment.
Mm-hmm.
The D2C space is all about trying new things, testing different approaches, and iterating based on, that customer feedback.
It's about being agile,
Makes
adaptable,
it, yeah.
and willing to, embrace the unknown.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And finally, build a strong brand identity that resonates with your target audience. Tell your story authentically and consistently across all channels.
So it's about like creating a brand that people can connect with, like emotionally,
Well,
that they feel like represents their values and aspirations.
exactly, yeah. If you can do all of that, you'll be well on your way to building a successful D2C brand.
Wow, this has been such an eye-opening conversation.
It
And it
has.
feels like we've only just like scratched the surface of what's possible in the world of D2C marketing.
It's a fascinating space.
It is.
Yeah, the future is bright for D2C brands that are, willing to embrace innovation, prioritize that customer centricity, and build brands that stand for something, meaningful.
And for those listening, I hope you feel as inspired as I do. The D2C revolution is just getting started,
It is.
and it's gonna be exciting to see how it unfolds.
Yeah, it will.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.